can live without anything. Who the hell am I? I could lose everything. Follow your gut to get over anything. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been thinking about what kind of video I wanted to post this week, and I realized that I have a lot to say about a lot of things. So for the next 10 to 15 minutes, however long this video is, I'm gonna be your big sister and I'm gonna give you tips that honestly are gold. I definitely learned these lessons the hard way, the hardest way possible. Trust me. So take it from me, keep listening, because this video is gonna save you a lot of trouble. The first thing that I want to tell you guys about is like my biggest life revelation, and it's the lucky girl syndrome. I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking and just trust me on this. The lucky girl syndrome is basically like a glorified version of manifesting your life. I think by now we all know what manifestation is. We all know that, a lot of people talk about it. We all know that it's supposed to work. We've never really, maybe experienced it directly. Trust me guys, it's a thing. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much because I don't want to bore you with the details of that. But I just wanted to say a few things that'll basically just give you some food for thought and maybe just help you navigate through it. Basically, a lot of us sometimes put ourselves into the lacking mentality. So we always think that our life isn't perfect. We always think that other people have it better. We always think that we're so unlucky. We always think that, the best things in life will never happen to us because we're people that are not deserving. And we've always been just a person that is not lucky in general. And let me tell you something, you need to stop thinking that, because this is exactly what's limiting you. You need to stop feeling sorry for yourself and you need to start believing in yourself, because once you do that, I swear, I promise you, the whole universe will conspire and work and root for you. It's crazy how well it works. Honestly, I've been using this strategy for a little over 10 years now, and I kid you not, the life that I have today is fully manifested, including my boyfriend, by the way, and I always tell him that. One strategy that I use is that I always tell myself that I'm so lucky, and by seeing that I'm actually so lucky, I actualize it and I actually make it come to life. Another strategy that I also use is obviously manifesting. So I tend to look at pictures of things that I want very often. I tend to basically journal about the things that I want to attract in my life, and I tend to put myself in the mindset of someone that already has this thing that I want to aspire to have. And this just always is super, super helpful. Trust me, it works. So cheesy when I say it. I sound like a broken record. I feel like a broken record, but I cannot emphasize this enough. You need to start believing in yourself and just start seeing that you're actually lucky, and believe it in your head. Believe it that the universe has your back. Believe that the universe will conspire and do everything that it can to get you to where you want. I don't know why I'm using this remote as my prop for this video, but it is what it is. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is getting over stuff. I feel like once you have the ability to get over anything in your life, you instantly become super unstoppable. It's just a force that'll make you feel like you're so independent, that'll make you feel like you're so strong from within, to the point where nothing can shake you and nothing can, reach you in a way. Honestly, getting used to getting over things quickly will need some practice. You'll need to go through a few things to get the gist of it, basically. But I'm gonna tell you something that I found was super, super helpful for me, and that is basically just keeping yourself separated from situations, from people. And I mean this in the best way possible. I don't mean turn your heart into a rock and then don't let anything penetrate you. That's not what I mean. What I'm trying to say is that you need to always keep something to yourself. You need to always keep a certain space of safety, I would say. For example, you get a new car. You're obsessed with this car. You adore this car. It looks great. It drives great. It's just perfect. It's your dream car. You love it so much to the point where you're so attached to it and you can't picture your life without it. You can't picture yourself driving another car, and that's it. Your car is your whole life. Once you get to the stage where you can't picture yourself without something, or you can't picture yourself without someone, it's really hard to get out. It's really hard to be like, you know what, maybe this situation or this thing has run its course in my life and it's time for something new. And it is very hard for you to do that if you're that attached to something. Feel everything so deeply, feel everything strongly, enjoy every single thing that you like about your life. But as you do that, there always needs to be one part of your brain that says, if this thing is gone tomorrow, I am fine. I can still survive. I can still be myself. I can still live my life. I can still achieve the goals that I want. This narrative needs to always live in your brain, and you need to always remind yourself of it. Never let yourself believe that if you lose something or someone, you are just simply gonna stop functioning well. Your brain will believe what you tell it. The second you start feeding it the narrative of, I cannot live without a specific thing or a person, you'll start believing it and you'll start feeling like, you know what, I really can't. The second you start telling your brain that you can live without anything that you currently have, be it materialistic things, be it people, be it situations, be it a job, anything, you'll start feeling like, you know what, I could lose everything and still feel like myself and still feel like I can pick things back up, still feel like I can build again from scratch. It's all about your brain. It's all about the narrative that you feed yourself. And this feeds back to my first point actually, because when you believe that the universe is working for you and conspiring for you, you will start believing that everything happens for a reason, because all of the little actions that happen in your life start adding up into a bigger narrative and basically your own storyline. So once, for example, let's say taking the example of the car again, you lose that specific car, you get into an accident and the car's gone. Instead of being like, that is just my luck, I'm just the unluckiest person on the planet, I was so in love with this car and I lose it just like everything else in my life, you will start thinking, you know what, I love this car, I lost this car, and it's probably for a good reason, because this situation that I'm in right now is supposed to teach me something and it's supposed to get me to the next stage of my life where probably something better is going to come along. Once you start believing that, you get less controlling about your life, you get less controlling about the events and things that happen around you, and you start just surrendering. And trust me, once you get to a stage in your life where you can surrender yourself to what happens to you, honestly, you become indestructible. And I know what I'm saying sounds so cliche, but I truly fully believe it, because I have been on both sides of the spectrum where I felt like the victim, I felt like the unluckiest girl on the planet. And I've also been on the other side of the spectrum where I felt like the luckiest girl on earth. And when I started believing that I was the luckiest girl on earth, I became the luckiest girl on earth. Something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and it's something that I take very personally, and it's just the fact that women are always told to not be loud, not say their opinion, be poised about things, be quiet, sit back. And we're highly, highly, highly underestimated. It's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to actually experience it. And I say that because I've experienced it a lot. In general, I'm someone that's bold, that's, somewhat opinionated. And throughout my life, I have had a lot of people tell me to basically just sit back down and not say and not be myself fully because it's not right or it's not appropriate, or just those things in general. And what I want to tell you is, do not listen to those people. You need to be true to yourself. You need to be true to your opinion, to how you think, to the way you speak, to the way you act. If you're loud, you're loud. If you're bold, you're bold. If you're too much, even better. Just don't listen to men that tell you you need to, be a bit more of a woman, because that's just fucked up. Honestly, that's all I have to say. Just do not listen and just be yourself. The more of yourself you are, the better. When you start changing these things about you, on the long run, you are going to have an identity crisis, which honestly I did have at some point in my life, where I was repressing the actual person that I am for so long, to the point where I was like, who the hell am I? Then when I realized that I didn't know who the hell I was after repressing my actual self for years and years, I was like, you know what? Nothing and no one is worth that. I will just be my fully bold, loud self, and whoever doesn't like it can just fuck off. Another very important thing is follow your gut. You need to always follow your gut. And look, it's not easy to identify what your gut is and what your gut is trying to tell you. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it. Your gut feeling is the first feeling that you get when you're faced with a specific situation or a specific person. Let's say you're in a situation where you're getting extremely good news. Let's say you're getting a new job. The HR person calls you up and tells you, you know what, you're in, we've selected you, you're perfect for the job, it's you. When you're on the phone, what is the first thing that you feel? Do you feel like, oh my gosh, yes, I cannot wait to join this company, I am so excited? Or do you feel like, you know what, I made the wrong decision, I don't want to leave my company, I'm actually super comfortable, I'm super happy, etc., etc. Basically, what I'm trying to say is just follow the first feeling that you feel, because that is usually the right way for you to go. The same applies to people. Whenever you meet someone, you can always immediately tell what kind of a person they are, if you're gonna be friends with them, if you like them, if they liked you. So that first feeling that you got when you met that person, that is also the right feeling. So just follow your gut. Whatever your heart tells you first, just do it, because it's probably always the right way to go. I'm just speaking from personal experience. It has been very rewarding for me to follow my gut, because, you know, it just gets you the right way for some reason, somehow, every time. I don't know how, but it works. Another thing that I think is very important is just taking more risks. Stop feeling like you need to do the safe thing. Stop feeling like you need to have a safe job. Stop feeling like you need everyone to, like you. Stop feeling like you can't take any risks in life. Stop feeling like you need to respect the rules, because you really, really don't. As a matter of fact, do not respect the rules. Make your own rules. And I know this sounds cliche, but it's just honestly the way of life. I feel like we see a lot of those videos on social media right now, which basically tell us to not respect the rules, and it's becoming such a cliche topic. But if you really think about it, and if you really take a hard look at things, the people that didn't respect the rules and the people that took risks in their lives are the people that actually made it in life. So just, do your thing. Never mind what anybody else says. Something else is you need to start realizing that your network is your net worth. And this is so, so, so important. I cannot stress that enough. You need to start surrounding yourself with people that are like you, with people that have similar goals to yours, with people that are as hardworking as you are. It just changes everything. If you talk about ice cream all day, you're going to be an expert on ice cream. If you talk about, investing all day, you're going to be an expert on investing. If you talk about, anything all day, you're going to be an expert on that. And that is basically just the logic behind it. Surround yourself with people that inspire you. Surround yourself with people that have similar goals to yours, and just watch your life level up, basically. That is it for this week's video, guys. I know it was a short one, but honestly, I just felt like, being your big sister for a good few minutes and just giving you tips that have helped me a lot. Honestly, I really enjoy personally watching these videos, because I always feel like there's something that I can get out of them. There's always something that I can learn. There's always a new perspective that I can take. I don't know why I'm still using this as a prop. I just feels good to. I kind of feel like a teacher that's Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, as usual, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week for another one. Bye.